Okay, folks, this is it. This is the beginning of my series on a campaign of War in the East, and I'm starting at the selection screen. And I have taken Axis as computer, Soviet human, difficulty normal. Game options, I'm going to have Fog of War on, and the Nazis are, or the Germany is computer controlled. Prevent automatic movement of HQ support movements. Um, no, wait a minute. Prevent automatic. I guess if it's selected, it prevents it. So I'm going to unselect it. Non random weather. Yeah. Reduce blizzard effect. No. So it's just normal. Everything's normal. Um, yeah, that looks good. Preferences. These are going to be probably be adjusted several times throughout the Let's Play, so I'm not going to do too much with it right now. I have reduced the speed, or I've increased the speed of the messages because I don't really want to have that going. I do have some of the movement paths shown. Movement animation speed, I have that set to 0, so that I think that means it will go pretty quick. And I'm going to turn that down as well so that we don't have to hear the music too much. Autosave game, yes. The rest of it's pretty. Show weather graphics, yes. Show river rail info, yes. So that's pretty good. So like I said, Axis computer, Soviets human. Pick the scenario. This is it. And what we want to do, I'm just going to do the vanilla campaign. I don't know too much about the rest of these alternate campaigns, so I'm not going to do anything. This is the one that has sudden death in it. I'm not going to do it either because I might have some kind of crazy strategy going which allows them to get a bunch of points in the beginning, and then I end up losing the game within 6 months of game time or so. So I don't really want to do that. So once I click this button, it's on. So here we go. And the first turn always starts with the Germans attacking. And so we'll see the Germans attacking me. And as you can see, the messages are going pretty quickly. That's especially something I wanted to do because that is very annoying to have it sit up on the screen forever. And if you need to see any of this more closely, you can pause the video and take a look. Pretty straightforward. They're bombing our airfields at this point and trying to take out as many airplanes as they can of mine. I don't really know how long this will go on. Oh, here we go. Here's the actual land attack starting. This is in the north. And this first turn is just going to be a bloodbath for my troops because, as probably we all know, the Russians were not prepared for the Axis to attack, even though everything told them that the Axis was building up for an attack. The Soviets still didn't believe that they would be attacked. I'm sure some of them probably did on some level, but Joseph Stalin didn't believe that Hitler would attack him. They had signed a treaty. Excuse me, I'm moving around a little bit here and getting a little bit more comfortable. They had signed a treaty, non-aggression pact with each other, and so Joseph Stalin still believed that Hitler would not attack him, and so they were very unprepared. And the game models that by giving the German forces uh, more readiness, more preparation points or whatever, and so they're completely overpowering my front lines at this point. As you can see, I don't think I won I don't think any of my troops have stopped them or kept them from advancing yet. I hope you're liking these mods because the mods are pretty nice. The vanilla map is very ugly if you ask me, and nothing against the people that did the original map, but compared to this, it's very ugly. This is beautiful, and thank you to Bull Oscapa Flow for uh, telling me about the darker version of this map because the brighter version was a little bit too green and almost neon green, but the darker version does come across a lot better. Look at this guy. He's way out in front of the troops. They're attacking. Their mobile troops are going all out. And this is just the north. I mean, this hadn't even started the central or the south yet. They'll probably try to do the big pocket here. I don't know what they called the pocket, but it's almost want to say it's a Minsk pocket, even though Minsk wasn't actually in the pocket. But I'm sure they're trying to do the big pocket here that just cuts off all these forces right here in this big area. If you can see my mouse, that's the big pocket everybody on the Axis side tries to make, and it's also the big pockets you make in the Road to Minsk scenario, which is what I did when I played Road to Minsk. Look at that. We're just surrendering. And this is the way it happened. I mean, they were so unprepared that they were just completely routed off the front lines. I wonder if there's a sound mod, because the sounds are pretty generic. You have the sounds of men marching, the sounds of machine guns going off, and other type guns going off. And I'm going to try to be very strict in going just about 30 minutes for each episode, regardless of how long the turns take. If that means I have to do just one turn every 30 minutes, that's what I'll do. I will say that if I won't stop it at mid turn though. If the Axis turn is still going in 30 minutes, I'll go until I can do my turn, and then save it and then stop the video because I don't really want to do it where you're sitting there talking and all of a sudden it just cuts off because it's at a 30-minute limit. And after this first turn's over, we can kind of take a look at our forces, what kind of tanks we have, a little bit of that. I'll do a little bit of that. And also, while I have time, I want to thank the modders that did the mods. Jason, Jison from the Matrix forums did the map mod. I got the unit box mod from a poster called BC Games on the Matrix forums, and then I think, and I put it on the preview. I put it in the description on the preview video, the names of these guys, and I think Ice Hill was the one that did the flag mod. So yeah, I'm just trying to give plenty of credit where credit is due. If it wasn't for people like them, then we would be stuck playing in vanilla and just playing kind of drab maps and drab units. It spices it up a little bit. It really does. And I really like the mods. I wish I could do it. I mean, I'm sure I could teach myself how to do mods, But you know, it takes a while just to play the game, let alone mod it. As you can see, the commander is listed down here at the bottom. So that's Schwedler against Karponis, Kubler against Alexiev, and the GMs I think is General Major, and G is just General. And when I say General Major, I mean he's a Major General basically, and GL I would think would be a Lieutenant General. The Germans and the Russians I think had different terms for their generals, the ranks of generals. The Russians had marshals, I think, for the top general, and the Germans had a field marshal or something along those lines. So it's similar, but it's different. Man, we were just getting destroyed. I don't know if you could hear that, but somebody was walking outside my apartment door just now. It was pretty loud. Looks like we're losing Lvov. Lvov? Is that how you pronounce it? It doesn't look like they're doing a pocket, which is one of the criticisms of the AI. A lot of times they don't do pockets that they could have done, and it makes it easier to beat them if they don't do pockets. So I'm hoping they do some kind of pockets. Wow. So this is central. This central um, army group areas. It's just below as you can see on the jump map, it's just below these huge marsh areas. Um, Looks like a lot of my guys retreated into the swamps or routed into the swamps. This is the north again. Uh-oh. Here we go. My turn now. That took about 12 minutes for them to run a turn. So now it's my turn to see what I can do to salvage the Soviet army so that it can fight another day. And I just saw scrolling by, it said promote fired, or I think even executed. And let's see, here are the losses. We lost 316,000 men, 3,767 guns, 2,265 tanks, and then self-propelled guns and things like that, I think, or softer targets. This is some of the German losses. They only lost one Stug. I can't click on it, but here are my tanks. These are the type of tanks I have. I have the T-26, which I think was first built in 31, the T-26 33 version, the T-26 37, the T-28s. T-34s are an okay tank, but you need to get them upgraded. The KV-1s and KV-2s are better tanks, and once we can get these BT tanks, they're not that good for the time frame. So as you can tell, we took a bloodbath on the first turn. And let's go to some of the info screens, and let's just take a look at the order of battle, and take a look at some of my troops. Western Front, we have a lot of NKVD border regiments, rifle divisions. Here's a tank division. So let's see. The T-26. So its main armament is a 45 millimeter gun. That's that's fodder for the German panzers. I don't think there's any way that this could stand up to a Panzer IV-E is what the Germans have. And this is the unit box mod. As you can see, it's a lot different than the vanilla. So let's see, T-34s. Now those are better. They have a 76.2 millimeter gun. Those are better tanks. And once we start getting to where we can have more of these T-34s into the battle lines, and we're going to do a lot better. The KV-1's pretty good. It's a heavy tank. And the KV-1s, they have a 76.2 millimeter gun as well. But I think this gun is a little bit better. But they're bigger, they're more heavily armored, and they can almost hold their own. So let's see. We need to start getting our troops out. See, we don't have anywhere to move these guys. They don't have enough movement points. So I'm not even going to try to save places like Riga. There's no way you can save Riga. Oops. I really need to do this in a very systematic fashion. Let's see. Where do we want to go to? I mean, not just for him, but just for everybody. We really want to get on a line kind of with the rivers and also with the rails. This looks like this river might be a nice place, and of course there's a lake here. Might be a nice place to kind of set up an initial defensive line. So let's go. Let's move back. Let's move these guys back. We'll put them there. The routed unit can't hardly move. Why is that going slow? Why did that slow down so much? Can I put these guys on rail? Do we have any rail? Is that rail? Rail mode. It doesn't really say. 74,500 rail cap, but I guess because they're unready, maybe that's the problem. So we'll just move him. Wonder why they're going. It's going so slow. It's not supposed to be going so slow. I might be having an issue with my computer. This computer's an older computer. It certainly is scrolling kind of slow too. And I have it set on fast scroll, so that could be part of the problem. Yeah, I'm going to have to fool around with this after this turn and see why it's slowed down so much. It is really slowed down. I mean, I understand if the turns process slow because there's a lot of units to be moved, but I don't understand the slowdown of when I'm moving. See, it's not scrolling at all. Might be time to get a new computer, Gilmer. He can't move, really. I want to get this headquarters out of the way. Smolensk is going to be one of the first places I set up a defensive line. It's going to go kind of across around through here on the Dnieper River and run down through here. Probably not going to put too many in this swampy area. I might get to about here and then kind of go down like this and then cross it, have my troops on this side of the river over here and then come down through here, because I certainly don't want to. What kind of troop is that? Oh, that's a fortified region. All right, makes sense. Move him back. It's really, almost to the point where you just have to move them back as fast as possible, get them out of the way, get whatever you can out of the way, and do it in as fast as way as possible. This video has about 7 more minutes left. I'm not going to go against my rule. I don't know. As I said, I don't know why we're having such a slowdown. Microsoft might be downloading an update or something for all I know. These all have some movement. Let's get these out of the way. At some point, and I know somebody will probably bring it up in the comments, one of the things that you like to do when you're playing the Soviets, or you should try to do, is a checkerboard defense, because it slows them down as they try to go through your zone of control. They have to actually attack you to get you out of there. And if you have a checkerboard thing and they're going through, even if they're beating you in every single attack, it takes time for them to move through the checkerboard units. And that's why people advocate doing a checkerboard defense. So I'm going to probably set up a checkerboard defense in that area I was just talking about, with behind the river. Oh, somehow I selected that. I don't know why it's going so slow. Administration. No, that's not it. Is this it? Is this it? The preferences screen? Was this? No. There we go. Scroll speed. Let's do that. Show move pass. Show movement speed. Move animation speed. So it's supposed to be going fast. I might turn this off for now. That way we don't have to really. So, I mean, it kind of ruins the immersion a little bit, but with the speed going this slow, I don't know if I really can afford to. I mean, oops. Yeah, when this video's done, I am going to see if there's something going on with my computer. I was thinking about doing two videos in a row, but this is unplayable almost. I'm sure it's not the most fun to watch because this is agonizingly slow. My mouse clicks are not hardly even registering. Can't hardly move those guys. Uh, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna end this video here. This is right at 28 minutes or so. Uh, I gotta find out why this thing is going so slow because this is ridiculous. And thanks for watching. This is the first episode, of course. I'm on my first turn, and I'm going to save it here. Let's see. Save new game. I wonder if I can do this. Yeah. Green campaign. Turn 1. Let's just save that. Wonder why it's taking so long to save even. There we go. Thanks for watching, and I will be back soon. Tell your friends about this if you know it's on. This is it. This is the first turn. It's the first week, June 22nd, 1941. We're gonna save the motherland, but I will see you next time. Thanks a lot.